one.
So, good afternoon, dear participant. Welcome in your West Africa TESOL second annual convention. I'm Khoudia Ngom, an EFL teacher from Daramokti here in Luga region. Today I'm going to present in the following topic. Tips to foster collaboration and creativity in an EFL context. As you can know it, we are in an EFL context where learners and teachers are non-native speakers. So most of the time, the learner just memorize, recall, and repeat what they learn from their teachers. And we know that the world is moving. Things are modern, changing, they are running. We need to get different students to build the student, to train students who will be future leaders of tomorrow and who need to acquire some skills like collaboration, creativity, communication, critical thinking skills, and so on and so forth. All those 21st century skills. This is why we have chosen to deal with this topic. First of all, let us discover the objective. The the participant after this presentation should better understand the notion of collaboration and creativity. We want to share some tips also which will help them to better understand these notions and implement them in their teaching and learning area or with their students. Right. So the outline is as followed. We will try to explain how we understand collaboration, how or what we want to deal, how we understand also creativity, the rationale behind the choice of these two notions. Why did we decided to, or why have we decided to deal with these notions, which are collaboration and creativity? And at the end, we will provide some strategies, some teaching tips that our colleagues or the participant could use to deal with these two notions in their classes. Right. Now, as a warm-up activity, I want everybody to put the camera on, and maybe I know I'm not good in singing, but this song, it is a song I really love because I learned it somewhere from a teacher. He will recognize himself, I'm sure. And thank you for giving us the tips. Okay. So I'm not good in singing, but I will try. Blue, blue, the color I see. If you're wearing blue, so show it to me. Stand up, turn around, show me your blue, and then sit down. So you see, it is just a song to make a little bit fun. You can change the name of the color. You can choose any color you want. It depends on you. You can adapt it to in your classes. Great. Now, picture description. I want you to tell me what you can see in this picture. What can you see in this picture? Right? Okay. Picture number 1 and in picture number 2. What can you see? Can you describe these two pictures? You can use the chat box or just raise your hand and say some words. Anyone can describe this picture? Yes? Mrs. Fall? Is there anyone who can describe these two pictures using the chat box or just taking the floor and saying some words? Okay? So as you can see it, in picture number 1, we have a group of people. We can consider them as students who are doing a task. And while they are doing the task, you can just imagine that they are working, discussing in order to get a common agreement, to take a common decision. And here also it is the same. These people are working, it is a team. They are doing a task, but it is illustration of a team who are working on something. So this allows me to jump directly to what is collaboration. So when a group of people act together or work together in order to achieve a common goal, or when they have a common objective in a way they are working together, this is what we call collaboration. Now, in the context of the classroom, when the teacher get the student to be together and work in group or in pair, it is what we call collaboration, or how we can illustrate collaboration, where the students are capitalizing each other's strengths and they work out for each other's weakness. You see, so collaboration is just group work, pair work, or peer work. This is how this is the reason why someone like Ellen Keller describe or state that collaboration can be illustrated with this code. Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. Yes, of course, when we are alone we are weak. Our strength is not enough, or is better when we are working in a team or with a team. And Master Teresa, that we all know, said that none of us, including me, ever do great thing. But we can do all small things. With great love, and together we can do something wonderful. So all this illustrate the fact that being alone is not so beneficial, or is less beneficial, that when we are working in a group, when we are working in a team where we collaborate, we exchange, we share ideas, and we are stronger than when we are alone. Now, let's deal with this picture too. What can you see? What is this woman doing? Someone else? Someone to describe this picture? Yes? Come on. We see that this person is doing a kind of creation. She is creating something. And in picture number 2, we see this is the human brain. So maybe this can help you to say, to find the word that we want to deal with. It is the word creativity. Creativity, where we imagine, where we innovate, where we are problem solvers, where we show our capacity to create something new. Now, in the classroom, the student can be given or can be put into a situation where she creates, she or he use his or her thinking ability to plan something, to think about an instruction, to encourage to use his creative skills, his problem solving skills in order to react to a given situation by himself, where he is using his brain, using his mind in order to get out of a situation. Example, when we give a student a writing task, where we ask him, for example, to describe something or to talk about a problem which he or she knows. The way the student tackled the problem, the way the student expressed the problem and proposed solution to the problem, this is his or her own way of thinking, her own way of doing. And the word he used, the vocabulary, and even the grammar he used is proper to him. We can't oblige a student or a person, a human being, to think the way we want him or her to think. So you see, creativity is all about innovation. Okay. Now, these are some quotes from creativity from Arthur Koehler and Confucius. And I like the quote from Confucius when he says, "I hear and I forget. I see and I remember, I do and I learn." So you see, creativity is about practice. Better we practice, more we are at ease. And we take the example of speaking. When a student is teach to acquire some speaking skills, and that this student get the habit to speaking in public or just expressing or himself or herself, he acquires skills that can't be can't be qualified as passive skills, because the student is expressing his natural it is something which is natural to him, the way the student wants to express himself or herself. Okay, so maybe creativity so has some good benefits, because as we can say it, it is a way to show what our learners have inside them. They are showing their inspiration, they are showing their capacity to take risk, to make mistakes, and to learn from their mistakes. When they are analyzing, when they are taking risk, when they are problem solvers, and you see these verbs, they are at the higher level of Bloom's taxonomy, where the student now understand, remember, and now is at the stage of practicing and creating something new, going beyond what the teacher taught him or what the teacher told him. You see, and this is the kind of student that we all want to have. A student who can go beyond what we are waiting for, what we were expecting him to do. Okay. Creativity and collaboration both are skills that are among the 4 C's, which are collaboration, creativity, communication, and critical thinking. And we can talk about nowadays in our learning and teaching uh, area without thinking about the critical thinking skills, because it is skills, they are skills that our students need to acquire if you want to build future leaders of tomorrow. The student who will be the leaders, the student who will acquire leadership skills, we need to teach or to install these skills in our learner. So we help our learner to acquire life skills. Of course, they are life skills when we express a problem to a student and that the student is able to understand the problem and to propose solution to this problem. It is what we call linking school to real life, as one of our former trainer, one of our trainer who is still a trainer, Mr. Machan Cham, used to say, Lié l'école à la vie. We need to put a link, to link school to real life. By putting our student into real life situation, they make mistake and they learn from their mistakes or from their error. They know that this is not a good thing. I did it, and tomorrow I want to do it because I know now how to do it. The know-how, the student need to know how. Of course, we need to teach our students how to do things, but we need to show them that they must go beyond what we are doing with them by letting them free to use their mind to innovate. And when they innovate, if they do it in group, they build other skills like being supportive, being open-minded, accepting some time to lose, and praising the other's work. All these skills, which are life skills that can help our students really be a good citizen for tomorrow and future, prepare for their future life. Okay. Now, this is these are also some activities to foster collaboration and creativity. You know, there are so many activities that it is impossible to name or to list all them. What we can do is just to give you some clues, and after now, those who are interested can just go to the references I end up with, and you will see more. One of them are discussion and group work. Group work and discussion, they can go together, where the students learn how to collaborate, how to agree on something, and let people disagree with him and defend his or her point of view, uh, being accepting some compromises with his or her peers. You see, this is real life skills. Where the student also, we can put them into a situation of think, pair, and share. First of all, you put the student in individual. They work individually. They share their work in pair, and now they share it in the whole classroom. This is what we call think, pair, and share. Problem-based learning or project-based learning, a great activity which can work all the skills of our student. Because when the student is able to identify a problem, a real life problem, still we're talking about linking school to real life. We identify a problem and work on how to solve this problem. Simulation and role play, peer teaching, writing. When a student is able to write about an event, about a situation, sharing or integrating all his skills. These are really interesting activities that can foster students' collaboration. I could not finish without dealing with this because as an English club supervisor or mentor for more than 10 years, I have learned one thing, which is to transfer English club activities into the classroom. Because the English club are free setting, free environment where the student is not compelled to obey to some rules in between bracket which exists in the classroom. Example, in the classroom we have a program to finish, we have an agenda, the teacher is doing a course in order to evaluate and give a mark. Or in the English classroom, in the English club meetings, the student is free, he is having fun while learning with his friends and peers. So fishbowl debate, dividing the group, the members or the classroom into group and giving to each group an activity to do about a debate. Example, if it is a debate about the pro and the cons, one group will deal with the pros and the other will deal with the cons of an idea, and after they will share their answer. Game-based activity, all kind of games, all kind of game are good activities which can help to boost collaboration and activities, board game, whatever the game. We can use it to build students, sorry, to boost students' creativity and collaboration while having fun, especially while having fun. We need to create a fun environment in our classes using the English club activities in order to boost our students react, pushing them to be more committed in what we are doing with them. PBA, a word that I have created it. Of course, it is mine because I wanted to deal with it. I am even working on it. What I mean by PBA is project-based action, or PBL. It is just the same. When the student, a group in the English club, since we are dealing with English club, in the English club, the student, for example, they see that one of their friend is sick or is having problem of money to go to school, or there is another problem at school. And that just example, they get together and create a fundraising committee in order to come up with actions, concrete action, real actions, reality, solving the problem in a concrete way. This is what we mean by project-based action. And these students, if they want to achieve this goal, they need to be creative, but they need also to collaborate. They need to get together to agree on how to solve the problem, to agree on what is exactly the problem and how they will do to solve the problem. This is pre-BA project-based action. Storytelling and writing or dramatization or simulating, all these activities are activities that we can do in our classes without losing time while helping our students to learn while having fun. Writing is very creative.
10 minutes to go.
Okay?
10 minutes to go.
Producing short videos to dramatize the lessons. Of course, it is very important also to do this activity. Just an example, when I do a lesson on, I'm used to doing it, comparison. When I finish, I ask my student to advertise a product of their choice. But the way they do it is that they go at home, get together in group, agree on what kind of product they want to advertise and how they will do the advertisement. And after they will produce a short video where they will advertise their product. So sharing group roles, giving responsibility to finish with this. Sharing group roles is example in the English club, we used to create some we distribute the roles. We say, for example, today this one will be the vocabulary taker. During all the meeting, even if he is participating, his role in the meeting is to take vocabulary words, new words that his people are saying here and there. The other one can be, for example, the one who will bring every time when before the meeting a kind of tongue twist. So sharing rules, giving learners the autonomy, the freedom to choose and to be autonomous, because we need to know that our students, they are not empty vessels. They have something in their mind, and if we give them the opportunity to express themselves, we can learn a lot from our students. And the last activity I propose is the four corners. The four corners is when we divide the classroom into, sorry, when we find four corners in the classroom, and we can do whatever the activity we want. Example, in the first corner I put agree, disagree, totally agree, um, and the second one I put another appreciation, and I just say a statement, and I say those who agree with this statement, can you join this part of the corner? The others who do not agree totally will join another part, and after when they finish, they will have to express themselves. They will have to express themselves and defend their opinion. You see, it is a very good, very practical way to deal with speaking while making our students be creative and collaborate. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for joining me, and thank you to all who attended the presentation. And now the references. Thank you so much.
Thank you.